Consider the following graph. Which of the following expressions gives the distance from y-axis to the centroid of the shaded area? Simply put, we have a line y is equal to x going through origin, and we have a curve y is equal to x squared by 4 that is intersecting this line one time at the origin 4, 4, that is the coordinate of that second intersection. So there is a shaded area between this line and the curve. Apparently, this shaded area will be having a centroid somewhere around here. They are asking us which of these expressions gives the y-axis to the centroid. That means from y-axis to the centroid. So what they want to know is the x of the centroid. Y is not even relevant. So x coordinate of the centroid is what we are looking for. Got it? Now, lucky for us, most of the centroid formulas and mathematics formulas are very clearly detailed in our reference manual. Mind you, this is not all the time. So, there is some stuff that you will have to remember, but not all the time. In this case, centroid, since we are safe, let's go Control F, see what the word centroid is gonna bring us. There is 23 different searches, but don't worry. Let's go. Great. In the first go, we came to the right page. Centroids and area of and moments of inertia. Location of centroid of an area. Xc is the x coordinate, yc is the y coordinate. As I was telling you, we are required to find the x coordinate of the centroid. The formula for the x coordinate is xc is equal to integral of x times dA, not dx. There is a huge difference. Integral of x times dA divided by a. This a doesn't have an integral on the top of it. Also, the formula of area, a is equal to integral of x dx. So, in our particular scenario, it's a shaded area between two curves, like a line and a curve. In that particular case, it will be f of x1 minus f of x2. It will be basically subtracting one equation from the another, y2 minus y1. That is what is the f of x meaning in our particular case, because it is difference of two areas. It's not simply an area. So these two equations, write it down on the paper if you have to. I will highly suggest please write down every single formula that you ever use in any mathematics problem, because these are very easy problems. But if you make one single mistake in mathematics, it will mean your whole problem. It will waste your time and also take away your points. But these are very simple problems. So please write it down and don't be lazy when it comes to writing down your formulas one more time. Let's get back to the problem now. For those of you who want to remember which page it is, this is page number 30 in mathematics. But please don't remember these page numbers. Start trying to use your Control F and master how to get it here using Control F. Okay? If you want, feel free to write this down on your cheat sheet. How to like the centroid formula is very important. It often comes in the exam. So pay close attention, guys. I wrote down the area formula. A is equal to integral f of x dx over here. That is the equation number 1. Got it? Now, as you can see, if I want to find out the x coordinate, xc is equal to integral x dA by a. Now we also need to know what is dA. Otherwise, we can't use this equation. So I am double differentiating on both sides of this equation 1. So that is going to bring me, by differentiating on both the sides, that is going to bring me dA is equal to d by dx of integral f of x dx. D by dx and integral both cancel out each other, and dx also will be gone along with that, and it will only leave out f of x. Simply put, dA is equal to f of x. Got it? And now I wrote down the x coordinate formula. X is equal to integral x times dA by a as my equation number 3. Now if I substitute this particular dA into this equation, then I will be able to solve it and get closer to the x coordinate that we want to bring. Got it? Take your time and understand this properly. So I'm substituting equation number 2 in equation number 3 now. That is going to bring me xc is equal to 1 by a. The a over here is still there. Integral of, which is over here, x times, x is also here. So x, so dA is substituted by this. That's going to bring me y2 minus y1. Like I was telling you, this is area of shaded region between a line and a curve. So we have to subtract one equation from the another one to get the f of x, or even better, f of x2 minus f of x1. Got it? That's how we got this equation number 4. This is not really that hard. You just have to pay good attention. If you have any confusion, go back and revisit the step flow, how I made 1 to 2, 2 to 3 and 3 to 4. You will understand it. So apart from whatever I have told you, now there is 2 additional variables here. These are not exactly variables, these are actually constants, a and b. Those are the limits of our shaded region between origin to 4, 4, 0, to 4, 4. In this particular case, we are differentiating with respect to x. That means these are the coordinates of x between origin and 4, 4. Simply put, 0, 4. That is how we get the x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 4 limits. And equations, as you already know, are y is equal to x square by 4. Got it? Now that we have all the stuff that is required to find out everything in this equation, we have a comma b, x, y2 minus y1. Roughly we know pretty much everything that is required in this equation. All we have to do is use these ones to calculate a. Now a is the next term that is unknown in this equation. So here we are calculating a using the same very limits, because a is also, we are using dx. So limits are the same, 0 to 4. And what is the equation of a again? Integral of f of x dx. And as I was telling you, f of x is nothing but y2 minus y1, because this is a shaded region of the curve, not the curve itself. You remember that as well. By substituting this as part of that, and also substituting these 2 equations as part of y2 and y1, we are going to get integral 0 to 4 x minus x square by 4 dx. Now that is how you are going to calculate the a. So this is your a. Okay. Now we are very close to finding out the answer. One more time, let's get back to coordinate xc, because without finding a, we can't find xc. That's why I found out a first. Now that we already know what exactly is a, now I'm going to go after xc. This is the unknown. Now xc is equal to, let's telling you, 1 by a times integral of 0 to 4 x times x minus x square by 4. That is nothing but substituting these 2 equations. X. Now our answer has, let's look at the choices given. Now in the choices, the way this is looking, the bottom part looks like a and top part looks like integral of x times dA. So let's see which denominator is very close to the a we have. So it has to look like integral 0 to 4 x minus x square by 4. Integral of 0, now that is not option A. Option A has upper limit as 2. So that is not what we need. So option A is not the correct answer. In option B, we have 0 to 4 x minus x square by 4. Is that what we are looking for? X minus x square by 4. Okay, this satisfies the denominator. Now let's look at numerator. X times x minus x square by 4. I believe that is also satisfying what we have at xc. X times x minus x square by 4. It's satisfying all the limits, all the equations properly. So option B is the correct answer. Option B is the correct answer. There we go, guys. This is the simplest and easiest way to solve this problem. It's not at all complicated. All it takes is a little bit of patience.